Okay, Jonathan, we've been speaking on a very broad macro level with the panelists. What I'd like to do is move it a little bit tighter and look at more of a micro view. And specifically, I'd like to hear your insights about lighting.
Great. Good morning, everyone. Sorry to start out with a bad pun, but the futures of lighting are very bright. I'm gonna spend some short time just going through 3 areas that we'd like you to focus on if you're not already focusing on. The first is legislation EPACT. It's like everything that goes on with the government at times. It's very, very hard to follow. It gets overwhelming. We get that. So I've got an easy slide for you here. The reason for this slide is really that. There's a lot going on. There's always going to be a lot going on. But when you look at this, you can look at the top of the slide, you look at the dates, and that's the actual dates that the legislation is going to go into effect. Down the side are the actual rulings. But we really want to pay attention to the colors. The gray means that there are legislation discussions going on to whether or not it's the right thing to do. The blue means it's happening. That's the call to action for us all, like the fluorescent legislation going into effect June of 2012. It's happening now. Now's the time for us to get our plans and get out to our end user base. And the red means it's happened. It's done. This is an interesting survey we did last fall with commercial users. And what it says here is that 80% of the users want to hear about lighting. They want to hear about what's going on with legislation. They want to hear about LEDs. They want to hear about utility incentives. Great time to get in front of them. You've got their attention. This is something everybody's talking about, LEDs. Everybody's talking about the future, and it is the future. And the market dollar potential is going to double. In a lot of cases today, we're seeing retrofit products that cost 8 to 10 times more. Doesn't mean traditional is going to go away completely, but there's a lot of opportunities with LED. This continues kind of the LED chart. This is green building. This is a McGraw-Hill survey. The first to the left talks about new construction doubling, the market increasing, which I think we're seeing right now. The one to the right talks about really the crux of a lot that we do today is retrofit. And you look at it and you say, okay, retrofit buildings, we know that the vacancy rate today is very high, but as these buildings get occupied, and they will, they're going to need to be retrofitted to green products. Quick utility map, if you will, of the country. There's 46 states that have utility rebates today. The spend in 2009, the actual payout was about $4.4 billion. We firmly believe that in the future, that's going to double. It's going to help drive retrofits and movement to energy-saving products. It's the right thing to do. We're also seeing that in the LED market, the solid-state market today. When you look at the programs 18 months ago, they were more customized. Today, it's helping to drive some of the standardization in the Wild West out there. It's driving Energy Star and other certifications to help us really qualify the right products. In closing, again, the market's hot right now. End users, the commercial users, are really receptive to us getting out there and talking lighting. It's on the top of their mind. Commercial users today, it's 40% of their spend. So I leave you with, from energy legislation to solid state, utility rebates, really recommend that if you don't have somebody at your business today driving that you dedicate a champion. Thank you.
Question about that. As a distributor, we know we read about the legislative changes, we read about all the technical changes that are coming in lighting. How should companies like mine approach training or retraining our sales organization to make sure that we take advantage of all these opportunities you just described?
Kathy, that's a great question, and it's going to vary by manufacturer. But from a lighting perspective, we're in an era of rapid change. You've got new high technology products. You've got products with shorter life cycles, some 18 to 24 months. It's exciting and dynamic, but distributors need to stay current. What we recommend from a macro basis, top level, is developing a rolling program that not only attracts your seasoned veterans, but also your new hires. You mix it up with live training and web-based, which allows a lot of flexibility.
Thank you.
Thank you.